Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Story Time. Since today is April the 1st, which is known as April Fool's Day, and I know you guys are really probably listening to this unless you just happen to catch it on before April the 2nd, but who doesn't like a good joke? Especially children's jokes are just very, very funny to me. So, a couple weeks ago, I received, she sent the channel some books. Miss Carole Roman, if you remember, sent me 2 books that I've already read. And one of the books that she sent is called Giggles, Galore, Jokes, Riddles, and Fun Facts for kids of all ages. That includes those of us who are over 50 or over 70 or even over 80 and 90. So, I thought, like I said, since today is April the 1st, that I saved this just for today. So gather your children, gather your blankets and your bears and your silly bones too, and let's all settle down because I have a joke book to share with you. And it's called Giggles Galore, Jokes, Riddles, and Fun Facts. And this is written, again, by Carole Roman. You can find her books on Amazon and online. And she has written over 60 children's books. And this is a fun quote. Laughter is an instant vacation. Milton Berle. And if you don't know who Uncle Milty is, as he is well known, I suggest you look up through Google. So, first of all, the jokes in this book are divided into categories, like food jokes. And one of the jokes that are in this book is, why do oranges wear sunscreen? Because they peel. So these are the kind of jokes that is going to be in this book. What do you call a sad strawberry? A blueberry. Why do watermelons have fancy weddings? Because they cantaloupe. How do you make an apple turn over? Push it downhill. True or false? I like that she does these. And Johnny Appleseed was not a real person. That's false. Johnny Appleseed was a real person. His name was John Chapman. He lived from 1774 to 1884 and was known as a kind and generous man. He became famous for planting apple seeds in Pennsylvania, Ontario, Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. He walked barefoot and wore a tin pot for a hat. People think he created orchids in vacant fields, but Appleseed planted well thought out nurseries to grow plentiful harvests for the farmers that lived in the area. His apples were not good for eating. They were called splinters because they were small and tart. This is what we would call apple pie apples, or maybe even Granny Smith's apples, but I think they were pie apples. People would take a bite of these apples and spit it out. They were used for apple cider. Water could harbor bacteria and be dangerous to drink, so apple cider was considered a safer alternative for drinking, and that is true. I've read that, and in fact, I have a book that we're going to be reading, and I think I've got it right here. Hold on. You can tell this is live. Anyway, Miss Roman sent this book, and in this book, it talks about during the Isopalian time that everyone drank apple cider, including the children. So, I just wanted to share that. And I will be reading the book that I just shared one day this week. Anyway, so besides food jokes, she also has other jokes. What do people eat in the library? Shh, Bobs. True or false? The word reddish is an example of a word with a double meaning, and that is true. Reddish can be a delightful combination of chopped fruits and vegetables to be used with a meal. It can also mean to enjoy something very much, as in, she relished the joke. Either way, do you choose to relish your radish? She also includes jokes besides food. Each one of the jokes is divided into groups, like animals down on the farm. Why did the pig take a bath? Because the farmer said hogwash. What do you call a goat that likes martial arts? The Karate Kid. What did the baby goat say to the farmer when they pranked him? Just kidding. What do you call a pig that got fired from his job? Canned ham. You have to laugh. I mean, I can see 8, 9, 10-year-olds, especially 9, 10, and 11, 12-year-old little boys just loving this. And little girls too, but especially little boys will enjoy a lot of this. And if I was a teacher, I would have this on my desk, and every day I would, read a joke. I would write the joke out, or the riddle, because there are riddles in here as well. And I would definitely share this with my class every day. Because there's plenty of them. And I don't think you would even tell the same joke twice. And trust me, if you told it on, the first day of school, and then you told it when they come back from Christmas break, I promise you, majority of them will not remember the joke from August the 1st. Here's another one. What do you call a sheep with no legs? A cloud. So then we have other jokes. Like zoo animals. And why can't a leopard hide? Because he's always spotted. What's a monkey's favorite dance move? A banana split. What did the monkey say when he cut off his tail? It won't be long now. You may have to explain that a little bit. Now, then she has dinosaur riddles and jokes. And do you know what the Stegosaurus, never mind. What came after the dinosaur? Her tail. What do you call a dinosaur who scores a touchdown? A dino score. You are trapped in a room with 3 doors. Behind the first door is a pack of lions who haven't eaten for 3 years. Behind the second door, the only way out is over an electric fence, and the third door is filled with poisonous gas. Which door would you use to escape? The first one. The lions who haven't eaten in 3 years would be dead. That's a good little, thinking riddle. Then she has riddles and jokes for the holidays. And since Easter is right around the corner in a week, I thought I would share some of these. What kind of jewelry do rabbits wear? 14-karat gold. What do you call a rabbit that can tell a good joke? A funny bunny. How does the Easter bunny stay fit? Exercise. What happened to the Easter bunny at school? He was expelled. Why didn't the Easter egg cross the road. He wasn't a chicken yet. What do you call the Easter bunny with a cold? A runny bunny. How does the Easter bunny travel? By airplanes. And so I hope my teacher friends will enjoy these. Now, besides holidays and animals, she has a chapter called Funny You Should Ask. What did the house wear? A dress. Did you know that people have worn gloves as far back as ancient Greece, Rome, and Egypt? Gloves were found in King Tut's tomb dating back from the 14th century BC. This might mean that the Egyptians may have had a hand in inventing gloves. How do you make a band stand? Take away their chairs. That's a good music teacher joke right there, that's for sure. Why did the car get a flat tire? Because there was a fork in the road. And then she has some bee jokes. What is a math teacher's favorite dessert? Pie. And that's for my math people. Did you know that when most women weren't allowed to work outside the home, Madame Marie Curie worked as a scientist and a chemist to discover plutonium and radium. In 1903, she was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize, in physics. Curie won again in chemistry, becoming the first person to win twice. She invented a mobile X-ray unit during World War I to help soldiers on the battlefield to be treated quickly and save thousands of lives. She sure helped cure what ailed them. What kind of water can't freeze? Hot water. And so she's got those kind of jokes and riddles. True or false? Guppies lay eggs. I know this because I've raised guppies. Unlike other fish, guppies give birth to live baby fish, and this is true, that eat and swim from the minute they are born. This is also true. They're called fry. I guess any fin is possible. If you're a teacher, guppies are easy to raise, and it's a great way, especially if you're in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade to teach, or even above 3rd grade to teach the cycle of life with, because they're the only fish that give live birth, and so it's really fun, and you can actually see the babies very close. When you can see the fry often inside the tummy before they're born. So it's an interesting little fish. Plus they're colorful and they're pretty and they multiply very, very easy. So I would not go buy 12 of them. I would start with 6. What do you get when you cross a kangaroo with a snake? A jump rope. Here's another one. I like this one. True or false? Popsicles were invented by an 11-year-old boy. This is true. In 1903, 11-year-old Frank Emerson mixed sugary soda powder with water and accidentally left it out overnight. It was cold and the concoction froze. He licked it off of a wooden stirrer and named it Epsom. He made more and began selling the refreshing treats to his neighbors. Well, that's the scoop. This would be a fun story, especially with kindergartners even. our first graders to tell the story behind the popsicle and to make popsicles. True or false? This is for my science teacher friends. Octopus have blue blood. This is very true. Not only do they have blue blood, but they also have 3 hearts. Octopus protect themselves by shooting ink to hide from their predators. They have no bones and can squeeze their big head and 8 arms into very tight places, which also means that they can squeeze their big head and 8 arms into any place and get out of containers. Aquariums have to be very careful because an octopus they're very smart and they can figure out how to escape a cage. And so she has animal jokes. Now, the best part of this book is called Now You Try It. And what she does is this. She gives the children an activity on how to write their own jokes. I love this more than any joke that's in this book. You pick 2. I'm so sorry. You pick 2 very different subjects from the list and see what happens when you put them together in a joke. So list number 1, cat, cow, fish, tiger, caterpillar. List number 2, blizzard, parrot, trampoline, ghost, drumsticks. See which response makes the funniest answer. Milkshake, frostbite, fish sticks, walkie-talkie, scary cat. That was easy. See what other great combinations you can think of to entertain your friends. Use the next page to write out your answers. And she does this. And then she keeps on encouraging the child to write a joke. Jokes can be powerful. While they can be very funny and make us laugh, sometimes they can make people uncomfortable and hurt feelings. Keep in mind that sometimes your jokes may come off the wrong way. So be mindful of what you are saying. We also have to know when to stop. Keep it fun. I hope you've enjoyed this collection of jokes. Then she enclosed a couple of chapters about her book called Old Susanna, a story about what happens when a joke doesn't bring a smile to someone's face. And so I really like that not only does she tell jokes, but she teaches the child or the grown-up how to write a joke, or at least the beginnings of how to write a joke. I hope that you've enjoyed the little riddles, the little jokes, the little stories, and all the laughter and the silliness that came from Giggles Galore, jokes, riddles, and fun facts for kids of all ages. And this fun book was written by Carole Roman. And you can find her book and all her books on Amazon or Books A Million. I hope you will come back the next time you see that I have posted a story just for you. Good night, everyone, and have a giggle or two.